Hey guys, yet another video here. This time we're going to be explaining the mechanic of the season that will probably get introduced at round 4, or may just get introduced in season 2. It depends on what people want. Welcome your opinions on when you want this to start. But before we get to that, let's look at what it actually is. Retribution is a mechanic in our season that can only be activated once per season per player. So you can only do this once. You only get one shot, and it can only be activated if you lose 3-0 in a match. So if you never get 3-0'd, you never have to worry about deciding whether you want to do Retribution or not. So what Retribution is it forces a rematch between the two players, and with a couple of special rules. Firstly, the class that 3-0'd, so the class that won the 3 games in the regular match is automatically vetoed for the victor. So, for example, if Adam beats me 3 games to none with his mage deck, if I claim Retribution on him, his mage is automatically vetoed. He must pick three decks that are not mage. That's automatic in the Retribution. The match is played like a normal. It'll be a new match. It'll play like a normal best of 5. With the only stipulation is that you can't play the vetoed class if you're the victor. I could play mage if I got 3-0, but Adam couldn't if that was his class. Then no points are going to be awarded for game wins. So like, unlike a regular match, every game win is worth a point. In a Retribution match, this is not the case. And winning or losing this match has no bearings on the standings. In terms of tiebreakers, it's not considered a match win. It's only used in the following way. So if a player who claimed the Retribution, aka the challenger, so if I challenged Adam and he beat me 3-0, and I win that Retribution match, I get 5 points. So it's as if it was a regular match win in terms of point value, but it's all or nothing. I have to win the best of 5. If I don't win the best of 5, I get nothing. If the player who got challenged wins the Retribution match, aka if Adam won the match, he will be awarded 3 points. So it's a little extra incentive for the person to challenge someone. They have a little bit more of an incentive, but the person who gets challenged still has an incentive to win, both to prevent the person from getting points and to get a bit extra on their end. The biggest thing about Retributions is that these cannot be declined. If someone claims Retribution against you after you stomp them, you must comply. Failure of the challenge player to play in their match will result in the challenger being awarded 5 points automatically, and then if you deny this challenger, you refuse to play, you will lose 3 points from the challenge player. I don't ever want this to come into play, but it's just basically, I'm just stressing the fact that the way this mechanic works is that you're forcing the opponent to do another best of 5. Now, you can only claim Retribution within the first day after losing a match. So if you lose, you must be activated within the first day. This doesn't mean the match has to be played right away. It just means you have to play the match, schedule the match with your opponent within a reasonable time frame. If it's a week, so be it. If a week later, it's fine. But you must play this match like you would a regular round match. And if for whatever reason you can't do that, well, the rules will just stipulate that the challenger will get his 5 points and you will lose 3. So I don't want this to come effect. If it ever becomes a problem, we'll come up with a solution. But this is just a last resort. If a player just says, screw it, I just don't want to do it, I'll just give him the 5 points, then that's just the way it's going to be. Remember, this is a piece of advice that I'm going to let you guys in on. You can only claim this once per season. So if you don't get 3-0'd very often, and then near the end of the season you get 3-0'd once, you get 0-3'd once, then yeah, you may want to do it anyway. But you have to be very careful of the idea. Like if someone just stomps you 3 games to nothing, like you just lose flat out. If you think it's just because of the deck, then yeah, maybe claiming Retribution is worth your while. Because if you feel confident you can beat his other decks, it's just that one deck, like that stupid Control Warrior I can't ever beat, or that Zulok that always destroys my slow decks, whatever the case may be. They might be worth your while, but remember, it's a risk. The risk being is that you could be feeding the victor another 3 points. So instead of the opponent just going up 5 points on you, they'll go up 8 points. So that is something. So if you're trying to catch someone in the standings, this is a huge risk. Alternatively, if you think you can defeat them, if you legitimately think you've got this, you can defeat their decks. Claim Retribution is a valuable tool, and you can squeeze an extra 5 points in your total standings. So basically, it nullifies their victory in terms of points relative to yours. So if if Adam beats me 3-0 and he's up to 15 points and I'm down to 10, I'm still at 10. If I claim Retribution, I'm right back at him. We're right back and tied. So it's a fun, interesting mechanic that we can work around. Again, this may add some interesting strategies. It can add some rivalries. People, it could be very interesting toward the end of a season when points become tight and matter a lot more for the playoff standings. So, as of right now, if unless there's some big opposition to this, we're going to start this in round four, and there'll only be round 4, 5, 6, and 7 where you could claim this season. In the following seasons, you'll be able to do this right from the start. I think this is a really cool side mechanic. We're looking to maybe introduce one or two more of them if we can think of some fun ideas. I appreciate any feedback or any ideas you guys may have for fun little side things that could happen based on results from the season themselves. So it'd be kind of fun to add a little variety, add a little bit of fun and drama to this. And I think Retributions is a fantastic way to go about it. It gives players a second chance when they get stomped, but only once, and it is completely optional to do the challenge. But once you're challenged, you must meet that challenge and face them head on in another best of 5. More content, more matches. I think everyone should be on board with this. But if you're not, let us know. Value all your feedback. We can make some changes. This is not final by any means. It's not going to happen this round. It may not even happen this season. But if you guys are very happy with this, they'll start happening in round 4. That is all from me for now, guys. I hope you have a good one. And until next time, have fun.